is the most unattractive world leader?
Living or all time?
All time.
Well, if it's all time, then there's no contest. It begins and ends with Brezhnev.
I don't know. You ever get a good look at de Gaulle?
Lyndon Johnson was uglier than de Gaulle.
I got news for you. Golda Meir could make them all run up a tree.
So who do you think she looks like?
Lyndon Johnson.
What? Lyndon Johnson?
He's joking.
No, I'm not joking. She looks like Lyndon Johnson.
Boutros, golly. She's Romanian. Oh, what am I going to talk to her about? Ceausescu? What?
Oh, he's got a big match tomorrow with Ethel Kennedy.
He needs a $300 brew line to beat Ethel Kennedy?
Oh, I'll be inaugurating him this weekend with none other than Ethel Kennedy. A woman whose triumph in the face of tragedy is exceeded only by her proclivity to procreate.
He's a Kennedy.
No, he's not.
Come on, he's a third cousin or something.
By marriage.
Oh, by marriage, yeah. We went to the wedding. You should have heard him talking about Chappaquiddick. Tried to blame the whole thing on bad directions.
I am king of the county. You?
Lord of the manor.
John F. Kennedy Jr.
I never knew Kennedy had such a temper.
I'm queen of the castle.
Well, you're really helping me out with this, buddy. Kids are gonna be so thrilled.
Yeah. You really cashed in on that favor pretty quick.
Remember, you're a king. You must project a royal berry.
Oh, I'm gonna give you a royal berry.
我告诉他 if you send money, they send cream.
They send me. All right. Ask him. Does it really work?
真能长真头发吗？真是。They say you grow hair. Look like Stalin.
Yesterday, I'm a volcano. I try one more call, the machine comes on, and I let fly like Mussolini from the balcony. Where the hell do you get the nerve? You invite me up for coffee, and then you don't call me back for 4 days? I don't like coffee. I don't have to come up. I'd like to get one more shot at the coffee just so I could spit it in your face. Yeah, this is how dictators start. Think Mussolini would circle the block 6 times looking for a spot?
How about eating a man, huh?
I tell you, if I was running for office, I would ask for the death penalty for double parkers. If this is allowed to go on, this is not a society. This is anarchy!
My campaign staff has received some very disturbing information regarding the fat content in yogurt that's being sold throughout the city. I pledge to you now that if I'm elected mayor, as my first order of business, I'll appoint a special task force to investigate this matter. I promise you, my fellow New Yorkers, that Mayor Giuliani will do everything possible to cleanse the city of this falsified, non-fat yogurt.
Wait a minute. Let me get a pack of gum here. I got a pack of gum, please.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty, but we don't accept bills with lipstick on the president.
You believe this guy? He holds a grudge like Khomeini.
Gwen really wants to go.
You bringing a date to a party?
No good?
Party's a bad date situation. It doesn't matter who you're with. You could be with J. Edgar Hoover. You don't want to sit and talk with Hoover all night. You want to circulate.
Why'd you pick Hoover? You see that interesting to talk to?
Well, I would think, with the law enforcement and the cross-dressing, seems like an interesting guy.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it safe to come in?
Oh, of course.
You're not having any of your transvestite parties?
Will you stop it?
I lived with him for 40 years. I never saw him trying on my underwear. As soon as he leaves the house, he turns into J. Edgar Hoover.
Hey. FDR wants me to drop dead.
FDR?
Yeah, Franklin Delano Romanowski. I go to his birthday party, and just before he blew out his candles, he gives me this look.
Stink eye?
Crook eye?
Evil eye. Hey. So there I am at Lorenzo's, loading up my slice at the Fixin's bar. Garlic and whatnot. When I see this guy over at the pizza boxes giving me the stink eye. So I give him the crook eye back, you know. Then I notice that he's not alone. I'm taking on the entire Van Buren boys.
Van Buren boys?
Yeah.
There's a street gang named after President Martin Van Buren?
Oh, yeah, and they're just as mean as he was.
Who was the last president to have a beard?
Nixon.
No, I mean a real thick beard.
His was thick.
No, I mean like a full, long beard like Smith Brothers cough drops.
Falkmore.
Who?
Artemis and Falkmore.
You made that up, right?
Yeah. But it sounds like a president name, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why do presidents all have these bad names? Woodrow, Grover, Millard.
The presidency attracts the badly named. Their ambition is based on personal insecurity. It's a classic male overcompensation.
Wait, Elaine will settle this. Elaine, what does the M stand for in Richard M. Nixon?
Millhouse?
I told you so. He said it was Mo. You owe me a dinner.
Justin Pitt. He was a very close friend of Mrs. Onassis.
Mrs. Onassis.
That's hard to pronounce. Excuse me?
Nothing, no.
Mrs. Landis, there's something wrong with this copying machine. It's all coming out slanted. Now, I don't know if this is your department or not.
Justin Pitt, this is Elaine Bennis.
Charmed.
I was a great admirer of Mrs. Onassis.
Brahmin cows.
Oh, cows. Oh, that's...
Yeah, that was when I began my affair with Mohandas.
What?
Mohandas.
Gandhi?
Oh, the passion. The forbidden pleasure.
You had an affair with Gandhi.
He used to dip his bald head in oil and rub it all over my body. Here, look.
Oh my God. The Mahatma?
Oh, how can you be so sure?
Jerry, are you blind? He's a writer. He said his name was Sal Bass. Bass, Jerry. Instead of salmon, he went with bass. He just substituted one fish for another.
Look, you idiot. First of all, it's salmon, not salmon.
Jerry, you're missing the big picture.
Unfortunately, the immutable laws of physics contradict the whole premise of your account. Allow me to reconstruct this, if I may, for Miss Bennis, as I've heard this story a number of times. Newman, Kramer, if you'll indulge me. According to your story, Hernandez passes you and starts walking up the ramp. Mm-hmm. Then you say you were struck on the right temple. The spit then proceeds to ricochet off the temple, striking Newman between the third and the fourth rib. The spit then came off the rib, made a right turn, hitting Newman in the right wrist, causing him to drop his baseball cap. The spit then splashed off the wrist, pauses in midair, mind you, makes a left turn, and lands on Newman's left thigh. That is one magic loogie. Vomiting is not a deal breaker. If Hitler had vomited on Chamberlain, Chamberlain still would have given him Czechoslovakia.
Chamberlain. You could hold his head in the toilet, he'd still give you half of Europe.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know, I don't feel so good.
What's wrong?
My stomach. I think it was that cookie.
The black and white?
Yeah.
Not getting along?
I think I got David Duke and Farrakhan down there.
But these false accusations will not deter us. We will annex Poland by the spring at any cost. And our stock will rise high.
Money, 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 money. Are you a communist?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am.
Oh, whoa! A commie! Oh, gee, man, it must be a bummer for you guys, what with the fall of the Soviet Empire and everything.
Well, yeah, well, we still got China, Cuba.
Yeah, but come on.
I know, it's not the same.
Well, he had a good run. I mean, what was it? 75, 80 years, wreaking havoc, making everybody nervous.
Yeah, we had a good run.
Well, so enjoy yourself.
How you enjoying those cigars I gave you?
Oh, the cigars. I'm sucking them down. I'm puffing my brains out, yeah.
You know those cigars are made special for Castro?
Oh, I did not know that. Weird. Wild.
Hey, your coffee stain looks like Fidel Castro.
You've been an enormous help.
What happened? Oh, smoking. You know, you're like going out with C. Everett Koop.
Six Semper Tyrannis!
The bags are in the car. I guess we better go.
Stressed.
Oh, I'm stressed.
So, Kramer, what am I supposed to do if I don't have that fur hat by 4 o'clock? They're going to take me down like Nixon.
You do, of course, try on when you buy.
Yes, it was purple. I liked it. I don't actually recall considering the button.
Oh, you don't recall?
No, not at this time.
Well, Senator, I'd just like to know what you knew and when you knew it.
What was that thing he yelled out? Six Semper Tyrannis? What is that, Latin?
Yeah, it's what John Wilkes Booth yelled out when he shot Lincoln.
Really? It wasn't me.
It means death to tyrants.
I could see that.
How you doing, Lloyd? I hear you're a big advisor for Dinkin's now.
That's right. Hey, George.
Hey, Lloyd. How's it going?
I ran into George yesterday in the city.
What's the matter with you?
So, how's the arm?
Oh, it's good. Good.
What's the matter with your arm?
Nothing.
Yeah, his arm moves like this.
Your arm moves like this?
Yeah.
I never seen your arm move like this.
Me either.
Well, it comes and goes.
It's like some kind of a spasm.
Oh, I asked Mr. Dinkins if he knew any good orthopedists, and he said he had the best. So I made an appointment for you, Dr. Dector.
Mayor Dinkins got an appointment for him?
You mentioned George's name to Mayor Dinkins? You discussed George with the mayor of New York?
Dinkins was talking about you. He was discussing you.
You know, Lloyd, I've been to the doctor. There's really nothing they can do.
Hey, Mayor Dinkins set this up for you. You know what kind of a doctor he must be if Dinkins knows him?
All right, I'll go.
Well, that's great. And I'll be very interested to hear the diagnosis.
He's doing something. I don't know what. It's nothing. He's not doing anything.
Gee, I thought Kramer and I were very close friends.
No, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're very close friends. Very close. Give my best to Hinckley.
Oh, my God, that's Saddam Hussein, the dictator. I told you.
I wouldn't walk around without a coat in this weather. You'll catch your death of cold. So long.
Is this guy a dentist or Caligula?
Just because you're a communist, does that mean you can't wear anything nice? You look like Trotsky. Good. Fine, you want to be a communist? Be a communist.
You wanted to see me, El Presidente?
Sí, muévete, come here. I understand you are very interested in one of our players, huh?
Oh, see.
Ordinarily, I would not grant such a request, but I have heard you are, how you say, Comunista simpatico, eh?
Muy simpatico, muy.
Well, good. Then you can have your pick.
Oh.
They will play for your Yankees,
Oh, well, gracias, el comandante, gracias. Muy.
And I would be honored if you would be my guest for dinner tonight at the presidential palace. There will be girls there, and I hear some pretty good food. Of course, the problem with parties is you invariably have to eat standing up, which I don't care for. But on the other hand, I don't like to balance a plate on my lap either. Once when I was at a party, I put my plate on someone's piano. I assure you, if I had not been a dictator, I would not have been able to get away with that one.
Oh my goodness, what have they done to you here?
Who are you?
Well, you can just call me Henry.
Henry Atkins, the Postmaster General?
Last time I checked.
Henry, can I get out of here now?
Oh, sit a bit. I mean, after all, I drove all the way up here from D.C. just to talk to you.
Oh.
I even had to cancel a round of golf with the Secretary of State. You like golf, Mr. Kramer?
Yeah.
Mr. Kramer, I've been reading some of your material here. I got to be honest with you. You make a pretty strong case. I mean, just imagine an army of men in wool pants running through the neighborhood handing out pottery catalogs door to door. Well, it's my job. And I'm pretty damn serious about it. In addition to being a postmaster, I'm a general. And we both know it's the job of a general to, by God, get things done. So maybe you can understand why I get a little irritated when somebody calls me away from my golf.
I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry.
Sure you're sorry. I think we got a stack of mail out there at the desk that belongs to you. Now, you want that mail, don't you, Mr. Kramer?
Sure do.
Good. Now, that's better.
Brace yourself, Lubeck. You are about to be launched via pastry back to the wedding of one of the most dashing and romantic Nazi sympathizers of the entire British royal family.
Look at this. I told them medium rare. It's medium.
It happens.
I bet that cook is an anti-Semite.
He can't even see you. He has no idea who you are.
They don't just overcook a hamburger, Jerry.
Fine. Anyway, the point I was making before Goebbels made your hamburger here is this. He pulled an LBJ on you.
LBJ?
Lyndon Johnson used to do that to his staffers.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah, he'd hold national security meetings in there. He planned the Hanoi bombing after a bad Thai meal.
Oh, stop stalling. Come on.
I can't think. There's all this noise.
Or is it because I've built a stronghold around Greenland? I've driven you out of Western Europe? And I've left you teetering on the brink of complete annihilation.
I'm not beaten yet. I still have armies in the Ukraine.
The Ukraine. You know what the Ukraine is? It's a sitting duck. A road apple, Newman. The Ukraine is weak. It's feeble. I think it's time to put the hurt on the Ukraine.
I come from Ukraine. You not say Ukraine weak?
Yeah, well, we're playing a game here, pal.
Ukraine is game to you? How about I take your little bonus?
You're dead, President Lincoln! You're dead!
I wish I was dead.
Inside that small college boy mini fridge is my latest acquisition. A slice of cake from the wedding of King Edward VIII to Wallace Simpson circa 1937. The price, $29,000.
And afterwards, we went backstage, and Olympia Dukakis autographed my playbill.
Oh. Pretty impressive. Serious boyfriend, 92 to 95.
Uh-huh.
Owns her own car. Favorite president, James Polk.
How about these seats? Are these fantastic, huh? I feel like Lincoln.
Yeah, well, let's hope this evening turns out a little better.
You wouldn't be trying to sell old Earl Hafler Dominicans in a Cuban wrapper now, would you?
Oh, come on. Look at these boys. If they're any more Cuban, Castro would have smoked them himself.
We're talking about people, right?
I think so.
I thought he quit smoking cigars.
Well, yeah, but they also rolled for his brother, Dennis.
Dennis Castro.
Dwayne. You remember that photo of me and Gerald Ford and I took it in? Got that Ford right out of there.
Bust of Nelson Rockefeller.
Too gubernatorial. Why would a woman do that and then leave no way to get in touch with her?
Maybe she realized she can never have you and she jumped off the George Washington Bridge.
Well, I don't like to be around people who are just so irresponsible. Get the hell out!
A plane crash? A heart attack? Lupus? Is it lupus?
Do you want me to call the super? He was an Israeli commando.
Holy cow!
Well, look at that. Talking Nixon.
Hi. Could you tell me what kind of law this is?
Well, they just passed it last year.
Ah.
And it's modeled after the French law. I heard about it after Princess Diana was killed and all those photographers were just standing around.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're the first ones to be arrested on it. Probably in the whole country.